This is our super exclusive story. News break on the top of this edition of the news, which further exposes Congress. Well, after vehemently opposing the integration of Kashmir and also consistently politicizing and questioning the abrogation of discriminative Article 370, the Congress's overseas delegation, led by Sam Pitroda, met UK Labour Party leader Jeremy Corbyn. Republic TV gets you exclusive inside track of this. Corbyn has tweeted, and I quote, "A very productive meeting with UK representatives from the Indian Congress Party where we discuss human rights while situation in Kashmir." And Congress continues to now hammer in this point, de-escalation and human rights violation, alleged human rights violation in Kashmir. There must be a de-escalation and an end to the cycle of violence and fear which has plagued the region for so long. Niranjan Narayan Swamy, our editor, getting us this exclusive detail and also this picture that you see actually, viewers, right on your screen, when they could not really cut ice when it comes to Kashmir issue, so-called, though it's no more an issue, Niranjan, in the Indian polity. Now, Congress is trying to rake it up internationally, but then this is not going to yield any results. Over to you. What more do we have on this, Niranjan?
Well, this is a very controversial move and a very controversial meeting. I think essentially what the Congress party has done now, and this is a big news break, because the Congress party has taken India's internal affairs and it's gone to the UK and it's met with the UK Labour Party leader and it's lobbying with the UK Labour Party on the issue of Kashmir. And I think it's a big controversy. There was no need for the Congress party to do this. There's also a tweet to that effect put out by Jeremy Corbyn confirming that meeting. I think there's going to be a lot of reactions coming into this as well. Let me explain the story to you. On your screen, you have a Congress delegation meeting Jeremy Corbyn, UK Labour Party leader, who has also tweeted about this meeting, saying that it's a very productive meeting with UK representatives from the Indian Congress Party where we discussed human rights situation in Kashmir. Mr. Vijay Chotaiwale, who's also the head of the BJP foreign cell, is joining us on the phone line. Mr. Chotaiwale, I'm reading out what Jeremy Corbyn is saying. Jeremy Corbyn has confirmed the meeting with Congress Party discussing human rights situation in Kashmir, saying there must be a de-escalation and an end to cycle of violence and fear which has plagued the region for so long. Now, I think the question that everyone will be asking in India is, why is the Congress Party going to the UK, and that too to the Labour Party, which is seen as having a pro-Pakistan stance, to lobby on Kashmir? Vijay, can you hear me?
Hello, yeah. So Labour Party recently has passed a resolution condemning whatever actions we have taken pertaining to 370, condemning Indian government, and taken a very blatant pro-Pakistan stand. And therefore, majority of Indian community organizations in UK are currently not interacting with the Labour Party leaders. And it is very unfortunate that Indian Overseas Congress, which is led by Mr. Sam Pitroda, has decided to approach Labour Party leader who is blatantly anti-India, and in return Jeremy Corbyn has tweeted this. It is nothing but a betrayal of Indian interest in UK, and also it shows the intellectual bankruptcy of Indian Overseas Congress.
No, but in India they're playing very safe because elections are coming, Vijay. Elections are coming and the Congress party, is divided, if not broken, on the issue of Kashmir. There is one section which is agreed with the abrogation of Article 370. Many leaders have spoken out saying that it's the right decision to take. But there are many others, I think the likes of Sam Pitroda, like you said, who are cut off from the reality here in India, who seem to be, of course, lobbying with the likes of UK to make some noise on Kashmir, which is exactly what they would want.
I fully agree with you. Congress speaks one language in India, even within India, as our President Shri Amit Shah yesterday pointed out that various Congress leaders are speaking in different voices on 370 issue. There is no unanimity, and their overseas branch is taking such a blatant stand against the Indian interest, which is highly deplorable.
Well, I think it's a big controversy, Vijay, and the fact is they've sought British intervention, and if Jeremy Corbyn is taking to Twitter and he's issuing statements, and you spoke about a resolution. Is there a resolution that you hear that the UK Labour Party may also pick up on the issue of Kashmir? Okay, seem to have lost the phone line there, but Sakal, this is a big controversy nonetheless. I can tell you the Congress party is generating a lot of controversy, has generated rather a big controversy with this meeting with the UK Labour Party, and the story broken on Republic being followed now by all channels. All channels now, now following the Republic newsbreak. And, the Congress party, essentially what they've done is they've taken the issue of Kashmir, they've gone to the UK Labour Party, which historically has had an anti-India stance, and as recently as now post the abrogation of Article 370, the Labour Party has taken a more pro-Pakistan stance, and that's of course become a massive controversy now with Jeremy Corbyn taking to Twitter and trying to lecture India on the issue of human rights and talking about violence in Kashmir, which of course is bogus, because we've seen the visuals that came in from Kashmir. Normalcy has returned. Tourists, including tourists from UK, from where Jeremy Corbyn has tweeted, tourists from UK are also welcome to Kashmir. So we don't know what they're talking about. But this is a big controversy, and let's see what the Congress party says. Now, the claim is that Sam Pitroda directly had a role in organizing this meeting with the UK Labour Party. Let's see if Sam Pitroda responds to this, Sakal.
Yes, and also the bigger question, as you rightly pointed out, Niranjan, what is United Kingdom's locus standi on something which is internationally recognized as internal matter? And now United Kingdom, and you have Jeremy Corbyn. There's one more tweet. I'm going to just quickly quote that tweet. This dates back to September. On a call with Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan, I listened to his concerns about the situation in Kashmir, including the ongoing curfew. He further says, Niranjan, the United Nations has a vital role in ensuring dialogue between India and Pakistan. Any political resolution must uphold the human rights of the Kashmiri people. Now, I think Jeremy Corbyn, first of all, has no locus standi on this. Secondly, India has always maintained, even we remember, Niranjan, you were there at Houston, and
Sakal,
also
I'm sorry to interrupt you there.
Were reporting there on the UNGA.
Sakal, I'm sorry to interrupt you there. I think I have Alpesh Patel on the phone line. Alpesh Patel on the phone line. Alpesh Patel is an author and also a political commentator in UK. And he's also someone who's part of the UK-India Business Council. Alpesh, thank you for speaking to Republic TV this evening. A controversial tweet, we saw your tweet there, and also the picture, we're putting it out on our screens, of Jeremy Corbyn, UK Labour Party leader, meeting the Congress Party. Now, we believe there was no need for the Congress Party to internationalize the issue of Kashmir. When the whole world is standing with India, it's the greatest act of treachery. Biggest act of treachery, Alpesh. That's how we're viewing it here in India.
I think you're absolutely right. Let me just quickly clarify. I used to be on the UK-India Business Council, but I'm still involved actively in UK-India politics and business. I tell you what the problem here is, and I think it's even bigger than you're depicting. First of all, you're talking about potentially a future British government, and that's why the Congress Party has gone to meet them. So presumably, Congress believes that a future British government will have exactly the same views as Jeremy Corbyn, who would then be Prime Minister, espousing now, which means a direct involvement in not only Indian domestic politics, but this is the equivalent of Donald Trump going to the Chinese and saying, involve yourself in American politics, for which he was impeached. In other words, these are actions which show Congress is unfit for government, because if it did this whilst in government, which presumably it'd be willing to do, then this would be unconstitutional. It would be, as you said, treacherous, and it would be something for which the Prime Minister of India could be impeached. That's how big and important this is. Not only that, there's something called the Independence of India Act, 1947, which was passed in the British Parliament back then. I think the Congress Party ought to read it. It's long gone are the days where you go running to grandpa asking for help and assistance in Indian domestic matters, and certainly not lecturing India on human rights, which has a very long history. Well, I can go back to King Ashoka on rights that in terms of equality of gender, ethnicity, religion. It's appalling, and it's just vote banking to a domestic British audience and a Labour Party which has been completely captivated by puppet masters from outside.
Well, absolutely, and you know the worst part of it all, Alpesh, is how there are two voices in the Congress Party also here in India. You know, there is one section of the Congress Party that has backed the government on the issue of abrogation of Article 370 and 35A. The kind of leaders who say that we are with the government, and on the other, there's a duplicity with another section altogether, sort of, going, or rather towing a Pakistan line on the entire issue of Kashmir.
You know, there is across all civilized democracies, there is one simple rule. When you are in conflict with an overseas power, and the issue of Kashmir is clearly a de facto conflict with an overseas power, all parties stand allied with the government. That's whether it was in Britain over the Falklands War, both the Labour Party and the British government and the government and the Conservative Party stood aligned, all as one. And it's the same in American politics. You will have both parties stand aligned and show a unified international front. There are even protocols in America whereby if your president is abroad, you do not criticize the president. You put aside partisan politics. On this issue, for the Congress Party to have gone abroad, gone and internationalized this when it is a de facto conflict with an overseas neighbor, an overseas power, is, as you rightly say, it's a question of treachery. It breaks all norms and protocols. You've got to ask, was this done independently of the Congress Party in India? And if so, how come they didn't know? And what actions will they take to reprimand the party in the United Kingdom? And if it was done with their know-how and say-so, then why are they acting in such an anti-Indian matter?
Well, and do you think, in your view, because you're a political commentator in the UK and you, of course, know UK politics better than many people, can I ask you, do you think this is being done, of course, with the kind of debate that's going on in the UK itself, and the kind of stand that do you think Jeremy Corbyn and the UK Labour Party is taking such a stance, given their domestic audience? We know the kind of influence that the Pakistani, or rather, how a section of UK politicians are trying to go all out and appease pro-Pakistani elements in the UK. I think we lost the phone line with Alpesh. We'll try and get him on the phone line. But this is a big breaking story, broken on Republic TV, followed by everyone. All channels now following Republic TV. 5 minutes after we broke that story, setting the news agenda once again with that news break of Congress lobbying with the UK Labour Party on the issue of Kashmir. There can't be a bigger act of betrayal. Sakal, this is a big controversy. There was absolutely no need for the Congress Party to do this.
Yes. Yes. All right. And on that note, we take a very, very short break as Congress now goes and complains and takes this Kashmir issue to United Kingdom's opposition party. Well, that's very strange. We take a break here. Niranjan and I'll be back after a very short break on this big story that once again continues to set the news agenda. Stay with us.